Yo, welcome back. So where did we leave off? Oh. What else should I ask him? Who's the owner of this mansion? You mentioned that you were not the one who owned this place. Who's the owner then? The owner? His name is Vincent Edgeworth. How should I put this? He's quite an adorable man. I smell life worth. Yet could be extremely dangerous at the same time. Vincent Edgeworth? For some reason, his name rang a bell. Have you been watching me sleep this whole time? Indeed I have, my dear. In fact, I am getting quite envious seeing how peacefully you slept. I felt my cheeks warming up, despite having no familiarity with him. What happened to your eyes and arms? Victor went silent for a moment. Well, what can I say? There are things in our lives that won't always go our way, huh? He shrugged his shoulders, smiled, and my question seemed to be soon forgotten. What was that thing? A monster? He seemed puzzled. Let me guess, you're talking about those cyborgs, huh? Cyborgs? And there's more than one of them? Don't be so worried, my dear. They're just Vincent Wolf's little pets. Pets? That thing almost had me for dinner. Let's end the conversation. If Victor doesn't know how I ended up here, either, then there's no need for me to keep asking him questions. Well then, I guess it's time for me to take my leave now. I lifted the posh blanket to the side and got out of my bed. Please thank Mr. Edgeworth on my behalf, providing me with such a nice room. I started to make my way towards the door. May I ask where you are heading to, my dear? Victor looked at me with curiosity. Where? I'm heading back to... Felt my hand tighten on the door handle like a vice. I had struggled to come up with a response. Where am I going? Where is my home? I realized that I had not simply forgotten what happened about last night. I had lost all my memories. Sad? Oh gosh. Secret of Myers. No name, no cash, no ID. I'm not even in a position to be a vagabond. Oh, darling, please, don't be so distressed. You have to realize, losing your memories could also be a blessing. How? Countless people are imprisoned by their own memories. They try their best to let go, yet cling to them at the same time. But you, on the other hand, are given a second chance. Isn't that wonderful? I'll be honest, even I am getting a bit jealous. I see where his point is coming from, but seriously, what could be worse than being homeless? I sigh again. Victor, how many times do I have to tell you? Quit smoking in my mansion. Well, well, well. Speak of the devil, if it isn't my dear friend Vincent. Hello. Vincent? So he's the owner of this mansion? Madam, if this perverted man has caused you any trouble, I could call the police and have him arrested right away. No thanks, it's fine. I mean, most of my circle of friends are quite dirty-minded, so I'm fine. I think I'm good. Thank you, though. I responded awkwardly. Are those two really friends? Vincent, may I ask if you are the owner of this mansion? Indeed I am. He smiled. My apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Vincent Edgeworth, and I am the owner of this mansion. Vincent Edgeworth. May I have your name, madam, and the reason for your visit? The reason for my visit? So I was the one who came here to begin with. I wasn't sure how to respond. It is a shame, Vincent. It appears that our guest has lost all her memories. Victor came to my rescue. Is that so? How interesting. If that's the case, shall we decide on a new name for you then, madame? I guess he's right. A temporary name would be better than nothing. Well then, what should my name be? I'm gonna try each and every Easter eggs that I could find in this one. First off, enter. No. I'll go pick on that later. Next one. What? The hell? What happened? I remember the last time I entered that. It was a suspicious choice. Yeah, sure, let's go with Valeria. Valeria. Please call me Valeria. Valeria. Very good. It is my great pleasure to meet you, Valeria. You seem a bit distressed, and I am assuming you have many questions on your mind right now. Is there anything I can try to help you with? Vincent might know something valuable that will reopen my memory banks. What should I ask him? How did I get here? Mr. Edward, please tell me, how did I end up here? How did you end up here? Valeria, I regret to inform you that I don't know either. The truth is, my butler was the one who heard peculiar knocking sounds on the door last night. When he went to open it, he saw you face down on the stairs, unconscious. Since we knew nothing about you or the reason you were here, we decided to place you in the guest room for the time being. Vincent's words sent me deep into thoughts. Why on earth would I come into this mansion? What was that monster? Earlier today I saw some sort of creature I've never seen before. Something that seemed half human, half robotic. What exactly was that? Oh, my dear Valeria, it appears that you have already met one of my friends. But promise me, would you, to refrain from feeding them if it isn't their meal time yet? I guess I would be a fitting appetizer for them. Am I not? Did I bring anything with me? Did I have anything on me when I arrived here? Speaking of that, we did find this in your pocket. Know what? I had a thought, but I'm not gonna say it. He handed me a business card. The card was mostly unrecognizable, except for the huge M-shaped logo. Myers Corporation? I pondered where I have heard of this name. Why would I own a business card of someone working there? What is Myers Corporation? I looked up and asked. Myers Corporation is a world-famous mechanical engineering corporation based in the G4 district, said Victor. It is also the first company that was able to develop highly flexible mechanical prosthetics. But unfortunately, this company was forced to declare bankruptcy due to a horrific incident that took place 5 years ago. A horrific incident? The G4 Cyborg Incident. Vincent seemed displeased at even the mention of it. The G4 Cyborg Incident? What happened? Both Vincent and Victor fell silent for a moment, as if they were debating if I should even carry the knowledge of this event. In January 2080, a notable number of citizens mysteriously went missing in a single week. Victor finally started to speak again. They disappeared without any sign, as if they had evaporated into thin air. No wills, no corpses, no bloodstains, not a single trace. But there was one thing those people had in common. They were all last spotted near the G4 district. Who would have enough power to make hundreds of citizens disappear in a single week? Naturally, the police suspected Myers Corporation, a mega international monopoly located in the G4 district. Nonetheless, Myers Corporation refused to admit that they had any involvement in this matter. After a year-long investigation, the police accidentally discovered a secret chamber located in the basement of the corporation. Inside the chamber, there were a group of cyborgs. I'm going to cover my eyes again. Cyborgs? Isn't that the thing I saw before? It would be natural for you to assume those cyborgs were the missing citizens, but the truth was more gruesome than that. The truth was, those missing citizens were used as cattle feed for the cyborgs. As for where the cyborgs themselves originally came from, nobody was really sure. Even in light of this discovery, Myers Corporation is still firmly denied the fact that they had ever granted permission for such an inhumane experiment. With help from an attorney, one innocent employee was convicted. He was sentenced to life without parole, yet the company itself was free of any charges. However, that was not the end of the story. 2 months later, the attorney suffered serious injuries from a vehicle accident and was one step away from getting killed. And in the same year, all core members of the Myers Corporation were found brutally murdered. The perpetrator behind these horrific acts was never found. To this day, people still mysteriously vanish in the G4 district. Rumor says that the spirits of the victims from the experiment are still wandering the streets, taking the lives of those unfortunate enough to cross paths with them. I see. My recording is going to end. 13 minutes. Victor's story sent shivers down my spine. I was not expecting such a chilling urban legend from the G4 district. Victor, may I ask how you knew all of this? The answer to that is simple, Victor laughed. Both Vincent and I are former employees of Myers Corporation. Victor, I must say that I am quite impressed by how much you have committed the story to memory, Vincent said sarcastically. Victor tried to cough it off, glanced at the clock on the wall, and seemed a bit troubled by the time. Well, story time's over. I shall take my leave now. Vincent, join me for a drink at the pub tomorrow night, won't you? And it was a pleasure to meet you, my dear Valeria. Victor left the mansion. After that, Vincent helped me settle into the guest room. I thanked him and he then returned to my room to get some rest for the night. This is gonna end. Yo.